Hello friends, I want to share a simple case of cough which I solved with the help of personal evolution method. So this is a 51-year-old male. He consulted me online on 19th of January 23. He had a dry cough since 1 month. The cough was there with itching and tickling in throat, and it was worse at night. He would get up 3-4 times at night and would cough continuously for 5-7 minutes. The cough was little less in the daytime. He said the cough was Bhayankar. Bhayankar is like a horrible, terrible cough. His abdomen would pain during coughing. Then he craves for rice, meat, spicy, and alcohol. He is thirsty and chilly. Sweat is profuse even in winter. So earlier this man was a social drinker, but because of this bad cough, his sleep was disturbed. So he started over drinking the alcohol, to suppress the cough. Because he said, if I can't sleep in the night, how will I go to work the next day? Hmm? So this patient, he spoke very less. I had to literally coax him to talk. So he used to be a teacher, and then he started working in a construction-based company. Then he started his own business in construction, but he had to close it down during COVID times. Again, he started doing a job, and he told me he has finance-related tension. He gets very angry if the staff under him don't work well. He said, I'm friendly, good in dealing with people, and I can get work done. He wants to start his own company again. So as he was not talking much, I spoke to his wife, and she told me he's very fond of eating. He likes to have variety of food. He loves meat, spicy food, and alcohol. And he tends to overeat. He is mild by nature but gets angry easily. He never does anything wrong. He is punctual, finishes work on time. Then I spoke to his boss, and he said he's very honest, down to earth. He does his work with sense of duty. He is very hardworking. He can leave for work at 5 o'clock in the morning if required. So then I went back to the patient. So he said, I'm very honest in transaction. I want to set up coal industry. I have pura josh, that is full enthusiasm. My staff respects me. I help them. I do their work at times. I cry if I see suffering of others. I am jolly. I am not sad. I have anger which lasts for 5 minutes, but it is bhayankar. Again, horrible anger. So this is only this much information I got. So I took the following rubrics: throat itching, cough during; throat tickling, cough during; abdomen pain, cough during; dry cough; desire for meat; desire for spicy; perspiration profuse; desire for alcohol; anger easily; greed in eating and drinking; industrious mania for work; honest; ambition; horrible things, sad stories affect him profoundly; cough aggravated night; and anxiety of conscience. And then from so many rubrics, I thought I'll narrow it down to few rubrics which I'm sure about, which are 100%. I want my medicine to cover all these rubrics. So I chose the following rubrics: abdomen pain, cough during; cough dry; desire for meat; desire for spicy; perspiration profuse; desire for alcohol; and greed in eating and drinking. So then I got the following remedies: Staphysagria, Nux sulfur, sepia, lycopodium, natrimule, causticum, phosphorus, arsenic, veratrum, pulsatilla and hepar. So one by one, I started ruling out the remedies in my mind. I said, okay, though he's got terrible anger and all, maybe Staphysagra is a strong contender. Same with Noxomica. I said, can be Noxomica also. Then sulfur I ruled out because he didn't have that kind of attitude. And he was not sepia. Neither was that, I didn't get that feel of lycopodium. And natromure also, he was not that kind of person. Causticum also, there was no anxiety or worry of the family. And phosphorus, he didn't seem to fit into that. Arsenic, no, there was no greed, no avarice. Metatrum, there was no arrogance or haughtiness in him. Pulsatilla, he was not mild and sensitive and all. And Hepar also, the anger was there, but it was not that explosive. So I decided, okay, either I give him Staphysagra or Noxomica. So he said both the cough and anger both are Bhayankar, right? So I said either it is Staphysagra and Noxomica. So this case I was taking online and I didn't know which one to give, whether Staphysagra or Noxomica. So I kept on looking at the cell and I was staring at him, and he was staring back. And I kept on staring at him, hoping that he would tell me something more about himself. And and he got self-conscious and he gave me a shy smile. So when he smiled, he got two dimples on his cheeks. So I spontaneously told him, "Arey, your smile is so good." So then he got even more self-conscious and he started blushing. He was very embarrassed. So that time it struck me in my mind, okay, if it was Naxamika, he would have given me a confident smile and not a shy smile, you know, because Naxamika is from subclass 6, which is uh, a fully developed plant, whereas Staphysagra is from subclass 1, which is a less developed plant. So I gave him Staphysagra 200 BD for 2 days and he was fine within 4 days. And I even called him and told him to stop alcohol because now he doesn't even have any excuse to drink alcohol. So, for people who do not know about this personal evolution method, I just want to explain with the help of few slides. Like everybody is familiar with the periodic table of the minerals, correct? The periodic table of the minerals by Jan Scholten. So there are 7 rows, and each row has a different role, right? Row 1 has to do with conception and existence. Row 2 is about fetal life and the birth process. Row 3 is about identity and nourishment. Row 4 is about security and task. Row 5 has to do with creativity and performance. Row 6 has to do with responsibility. And row 7 has to do with letting go, disintegration. All this we know about the mineral chart, right? So mineral chart, there are 7 rows, 18 columns, and each row begins with remedies that feel no capability. Then they peak to success in the 10th column, and then they lose the capability progressively from then on through the 17th column. So in the same way, Dr. Mahesh Gandhi has made a plant chart on similar principles. Okay. So in plant chart, there are 9 rows and 6 columns. So this is the plant chart. Okay, where there are 9 rows and 6 columns. So the row one in mineral kingdom, which has hydrogen and helium, it corresponds to column 1, that is subclass 1 in plants, and here the plants are of the Magnolidae family. Then the left side of row 2 in mineral kingdom, it corresponds to column 2, that is subclass 2 in plants of Hemimelidae family. Then the right side of row 2 in minerals, okay, it corresponds to column 3, that is subclass 3 in plants of Caryophyllaceae family. Same way, row 3 in minerals, it corresponds to column 4, that is subclass 4 in plants from Dyleneae family. Same way, row 4 in minerals, it corresponds to the 5th column, that is subclass 5 in plants of Rosidae family. Row 5 of minerals has no correspondence in the plant chart, and row 6 of minerals corresponds to column 6, that is subclass 6 in plants of Asteridae family. Okay, so now this is subclass 1, and you can see all these different families of the plants, and the school age is the Ranunculaceae family, and Staphysagra is from the Ranunculaceae family, which is from subclass 1 in plants. And again, each subclass has 9 rows which follow the human maturation stages, similar to how you saw in the periodic table of minerals. Okay, so the different stages are womb stage, oral stage, anal stage, early childhood, school age, adolescence, young adult, late adult, and old age. So in this now, the Staphysagra represents the school age. In this stage, person has to imbibe social values. He needs to prove himself. He wants to be productive. He learns the sense of industry, and with it comes the feeling of competence. Hmm? So this patient, even though he was 51, he said, I have pura josh, full enthusiasm to start a industry again. So he's very hardworking and he doesn't do anything wrong. Yeah, so this all corresponds to school age. So thus by mapping the inner age of a patient, we can give the correct simillimum. It is also possible to arrive at small remedies that are poorly represented in the repertory by using the plant and animal charts designed by Dr. Gandhi. They have made a big difference in my practice. Okay, so with such a simple differentiation between Staphysagra and Noxomica, I could really help this patient in a very quick and effective way. Okay, so do join this course. It would really make a big difference in your practice. Thank you for listening.